What it is, what it do? You already know who it is. It's your boy, back again with another episode of Doki Doki Blue Skies. I'm not gonna waste any time. We had a lot of either sad or deep episodes the past couple episodes, so hopefully we get something a little more cheerful this time around. I don't know what we're in store for, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to stay tuned and enjoy yourself. Hey, Yuri! I've been looking all over for you. Yuri started when I called out her name, but instantly relaxes when she catches sight of me.
JQilin, sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, I figured as much when I saw that you weren't in your classroom. Anyway, you want to eat lunch with me?
I would love to.
What kind of girlfriend would she be? She's like,
Actually, I do want to eat lunch with you.
I'm like, oh. Oh, okay. Come on, let's go to the roof to eat. Oh, how romantic. We start walking together down the hallway, our shoulders nearly touching. The backs of our hands brush together as we walk. Public displays of affection are strictly prohibited in our school, and Yuri's not one for breaking rules. Oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. I know at my old high school, there was PDA out the wazoo. All over the place, you could stop having PDA. Still, even this small touch sparks electricity between us. I stealthily link our pinky fingers together, prompting a shy smile from Yuri. We walk together in companionable silence, passing by the occasional student and hearing snatches of conversation within classrooms.
JQilin, isn't the stairwell to the roof in the other direction?
Huh? I guess. But I was just following you.
But I was following you.
Oh, they're both following each other. Didn't even realize they're going the wrong way. The blind leading the blind. Leave it to us to do something like that. We walked all the way to the first year classrooms without realizing what was happening.
I suppose this counts as our exercise for the week.
Wow. I see Yuri is lazy. Definitely. As we turn around and head back, I noticed Yuri curiously peeking in one of the classrooms. Oh yeah, shouldn't Natsuki's class be around here?
She's in class 1C, if I remember correctly.
Do you want to say hi to her? Actually, we could even ask her to have lunch with us.
Okay. It would be nice to talk to her some more. I can't recall the last time Natsuki and I had lunch together.
Nice. Let's check to see if she's in then. Sliding the classroom door open, I step inside with Yuri following closely. Inside the classroom, we were met with a few curious glances from students. That's no surprise though, given that not many people know all of their upperclassmen. Natsuki's hunched over alone at her desk, scribbling something on a piece of paper. As we approach her, I'm surprised to see that, rather than writing, she's drawing something. Hey Natsuki, what are you drawing? Startled, she looked up and quickly whipped the paper off her desk.
Yuri, JQilin, what are you guys doing here?
Just saying hi.
Okay, hi.
What JQilin means to say is that we want to invite you to eat lunch with us.
Oh. Sure thing. Not like I'm doing anything anyway.
As she says this, she crumples up the drawing and tosses it into her desk. Whoa, what are you doing? I reach out for the balled up drawing, but find my arm held back by... Yuri? Huh? Yuri?
Just leave her be, JQilin.
But it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right to me to just throw away hard work.
Personally, I think I can actually relate to that feeling. To toss aside your own work because you dislike its imperfections, or even simply because you're no longer in the mood. It's all just part of the creative process.
Yeah, that's spot on. JQilin, you wouldn't understand true artists like Yuri and me.
I roll my eyes at that remark. Alright. Whatever floats your boat. Still, wouldn't you want to be able to see your past work? Like, just to see how far you've come?
Well, yeah, but it's not like I trash every single thing I make that I don't like. Some things just don't work out.
And to add on to that, it's better to let some of your work go rather than constantly dwelling on all of its flaws.
I guess I could see that. But it must still suck to have your time wasted like that. Well, like I said, it's all part of the creative process.
Yeah, it's whatever. Why don't we go eat now?
Sounds good to me. We step out and make our way to the roof.
It's nice to get some fresh air for once.
The cool breeze ruffles our hair a bit. It's not too cold though, as the sunshine provides a comforting warmth.
Don't you get fresh air during physical education period?
I mean, yeah, but who likes PE?
I mean, PE could be fun if you're like playing like dodgeball or basketball and stuff like that. If you have to run the mile, then no, screw PE. Ha, true. By the way, Natsuki, what were you drawing before?
Ah! Nothing.
Really? Looked a bit like manga to me. Natsuki's eyes flicked to Yuri for half a second.
Well, you're wrong.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it if you were. Loads of people aspire to be manga artists. Mangaka. Why do you think there's a manga club? Isn't that right, Yuri? I nudged Yuri with my elbow, prompting a response from her.
What? Oh, I suppose so.
Natsuki crosses her arms and looks away. Don't tell me she's gonna start pouting now. Desperately, I try to silently communicate with Yuri through my facial expressions. Yuri mouths a question to me that I try to answer by pointedly looking at Natsuki. A look of understanding slowly dawns on Yuri's face.
Qilin's right. Pursuing a career in the arts is nothing to be ashamed of. I may not particularly see the appeal of manga myself, but what I like and dislike isn't the end-all be-all of a subject. In fact, many people may find my desire for a degree in Japanese and literature to be largely pointless.
Well, to a certain extent, it is kind of largely pointless, but, I mean, you may find some way to make it not pointless, in which case, it won't be pointless at all.
So, what I mean to say is, take pride in your interests.
Thanks for that.
A genuine smile spreads across Natsuki's face that Yuri returns gratefully.
But just so you know, it's not like I'm totally set on wanting to be a mangaka. It's just like a hobby for now. Plus, I wasn't even drawing manga. It was just a character concept.
Huh. Better than anything I could do, that's for sure.
Like that's hard to achieve.
Wow. For the record, I mean, I don't know about Killing, but I can draw. So, I mean, poor boy, he can't draw, but I'm sure he's good at other things. Hey, it's not like I've ever taken art lessons before.
Neither have I.
Natsuki's smile is soon replaced by a haughty grin of triumph. Looks like the old Natsuki's back. I mean, some people don't have to take art lessons to be able to draw. Some people just got it like that. And you can't hate on them for having natural talent. It is what it is. Meanwhile, Yuri chuckles at our antics.
Anyway, shall we sit and eat before lunch is over?
You bet. I'm starving.
Okay, Sayori.
Yeah, speaking of which, Sayori isn't here. Where the heck is Sayori? And Monica. We haven't really spoken to Sayori in a long time. I mean, granted, we saw her like, I think last episode, but other than that, we really haven't spent time with Sayori lately. Having settled down, Yuri takes out her bento box as I pull my own lunch out of my bag. This happens to consist of the extremely healthy option of 2 packaged breads, yakisoba bread, and my personal favorite, curry bread. Yaw! As I tear open the curry bread cellophane, I pause. Natsuki's been sitting with her arms wrapped around her legs, making no movement to bring on her lunch. That's because she has no lunch. That's because she's being starved. It looks like she's just staring into space. Hey Natsuki, where's your lunch?
Huh?
She jumped a bit at my question.
I forgot it.
Oh, did you leave it in your desk? You can go back to get it if you'd like.
No, I mean I forgot it at home.
But she didn't even check her bag for it.
It's fine. don't worry about me.
I tossed my yakisoba bread at her. Here. I don't know how much you like this stuff, but it's better than nothing. A look of, I don't know, shock? Surprise, maybe? Whatever emotion it is, it caused her eyes to widen for a moment. How low of an opinion must she have of me to be this surprised? She does have it's not that she has a low opinion of you, it's that she's genuinely shocked that somebody did something that nice for her. And she's also happy to have some food. That's what it is.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna starve if I give it to you.
Okay then, thanks.
She enthusiastically tears the plastic package apart and chomps down on the fried noodles and bread. Huh. Did you just get breakfast, or is that just your favorite type of bread? Yeah, this guy's being such a dick unintentionally. He's inadvertently being such an asshole right now. At my question, Natsuki seems to choke on her bite for a second before hastily chewing and swallowing.
I skipped breakfast. I think this is like a hungry day for me too. You know, those days where you can never get full?
I can relate to that.
That most likely results from an unhealthy diet.
Are you including me in that statement? Well, I can't argue against that.
I do not have an unhealthy diet. Okay, maybe I bake a lot of pastries for myself. But,
Looks like Natsuki's out of excuses. Just admit it, Natsuki. You're totally unhealthy. I mean, you don't play any sports and you basically live off of cupcakes.
hey, I make other stuff besides cupcakes.
With a sigh, Yuri offers up her bento to Natsuki.
You can't just be eating that for lunch now, so have some of mine.
Huh? Really? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with sharing my meal with you. It's a good thing I always pack an extra pair of chopsticks.
I'm fine. Killin already gave me some bread, so... Like I said, don't worry about it.
She would have been a lot more convincing if she wasn't giving the bento longing looks. Pretty good looking bento, don't you agree?
I mean, yeah, but it has nothing to do with me.
Are you sure you don't want some?
Yeah, I am.
With a sigh, I pick up Yuri's spare chopsticks and thrust them into Natsuki's hands.
Hey, what?
If Yuri said you can, alright? Yuri nods along with my words, affirming my statement. Seriously, you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't try some of her cooking. It's all homemade and tastes exactly how a mother's cooking would taste.
My mother wasn't even that good at cooking.
Well, I don't know how motherly my cooking is, but feel free to have some. That is, if you actually want to try it.
I mean, it's not that I think that it looks bad or anything. It's actually the opposite. Your bento looks really good.
It really does. There's a varied sampling of side dishes to choose from, ranging from watercress to grilled mackerel. And as usual, Yuri's rice is perfectly fluffy, with a single umeboshi plum, keeping it fresh.
Really, it's no bother. I understand your reservations, but in this case, they're unduly founded.
Okay, if you insist.
By the way, can I get any too? You greedy bastard.
Eh? Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Killin, you get to eat Yuri's cooking all the time, don't you? Stop pestering her about it.
Yuri, I'm not pestering you, am I?
Yeah, you are.
I was like, wow, are you Yuri? You're answering to her name. I was like, are you Yuri? You're answering to her name.
I don't have to be Yuri to know that you are.
Am not.
Are too.
At this point, you're probably the one bothering Yuri.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Yuri, what do you think?
Everyone's just putting Yuri on the spot. I'm like, Yuri wasn't built for this. What are you doing?
You're both acting like children.
He's like, dang. Exposed. So,
My apologies. That was incredibly rude of me to say.
No, Yuri, it was accurate. You just need to put them in their place. No, you're right. We're both being immature idiots. And Natsuki's next line will be, "Speak for yourself." I don't know what it is about Natsuki that makes me act like a child again. That makes me act like a kid again. Probably her cutesy yet annoying attitude.
Maybe you, but... Okay, I might have been a little bit, but I was just joking. Not my fault if you can't tell when I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, right, I think that's enough.
Yuri suddenly picks up a piece of fish with her chopsticks and shoves it into Natsuki's mouth. Natsuki practically bowled over in surprise, dropping her chopsticks in her lap. She shoots Yuri an incredulous look, but dutifully chews on the food. Ha! See, Yuri? It's like, my mouth is suddenly filled by a taste of greens cooked in a savory sauce.
That's enough out of you two. It's like, that's enough out of you too.
It's like she's gonna shut them both up with food. Yuri's like, I had enough of your shit, you two. Yuri being the mom of the group. Oh! With a start, it appears that Yuri finally realized what she's doing, being the mom of the group.
Sorry about that. I don't know what came over me.
No, that was really funny. Who knew that Yuri had this in her?
I mean, as her boyfriend, I kinda knew?
Oh, shut up.
She jazzed me in my side. Ow. Anyway, I can't believe you did that, Yuri. How could you be so cruel to your boyfriend, of all people?
You deserve it. Oh man, that was so out of character for Yuri. But in a good way.
Really? I wasn't exactly thinking when I did it. I just didn't know what to say, so I acted on impulse. Ooh, that was so weird, wasn't it?
No, Natsuki's right. It's nice to see your fun side sometimes.
Yeah, if that's how you act when you follow your impulses, I think you should do it more often.
Well, be careful. Be careful how you say that, because you don't necessarily know how she acts on her impulses.
Fun. It's not as easy as you think to get over my inhibitions.
Yuri mutters that last remark nearly inaudibly.
But I'm glad to see that I was able to make others laugh.
She says this with a gentle smile.
By the way, that bite was super good. Did you really make it yourself?
Mm-hmm. If you'd like, I could show you my recipes sometime.
Definitely. I can show you how to bake stuff too.
If you two combine your cooking and baking skills, you might be able to call yourselves the ultimate shell. The ultimate shelf. The ultimate chef. The ultimate shelf. What would that even be like, the ultimate shelf?
I don't know about that.
Laughing, we all dig back into our lunches again. This time with Natsuki sneaking bites of Yuri's lunch. Oh, that's a nice moment. Soon enough, the food's all gone, save for a few crumbs. Right on time too, as the bell rings, just when we just as I finished covertly licking my fingers. This was fun. We should definitely have lunch together again sometime.
I'm inclined to agree. It was much more lively when more people are invited.
Well, don't get too clingy now. We can still see each other at the club, you know.
Yes. I'll be seeing you two later then.
You betcha. Man, I don't even think I was the first one in the club. I don't think I've ever been the first one to the club. That is, until now. I like we just transitioned from rooftop club. We don't go back to class. We don't see Shiori or Emi or Sakurai. We just went right to club. Well, Yuri would have been with me too, but she had to go. To the bathroom again. You know, Yuri's been going to the bathroom a lot. I wonder if she really has to go to the bathroom, or if she's doing something else. Some girls have the bladders of squirrels. Or maybe Yuri wouldn't be God dang it, Killin. You couldn't even go one day without thinking of that, could you? I mean, if she was gonna do it in school, where would she go? The bathroom is the good place to go, wouldn't you think? I don't even know if it's right for me to think of that stuff when I think about Yuri. I mean, you don't want to. That's fair. You don't want to associate Yuri with only her negative traits, but I mean, that's a pretty big negative trait to have. So it's only fair that, especially you, when you just figure this out, and you're struggling to have the emotional maturity to deal with something like this. And plus, you want to make sure that she gets the help that she needs. Wouldn't it be doing her injustice to not consider the hardship she goes through? But then again, I also don't want to define her by her self-harm. Ugh, I have no idea what to do, or what to think, or what to do. Fortunately, my mental beratings are cut short by the rattle of the door opening.
Killin, what a surprise.
Didn't expect to see me here yet, huh?
No, definitely not. Where's Yuri? She's usually with you, right? After all, you two always walk to the club together.
Ah, yeah. She's in the bathroom right now. I'd feel kind of weird escorting her to the bathroom and all.
Well, you don't have to treat her like a fragile little flower, you know.
Yeah, I know that. I'm once again reminded of the fact that I'm the only one who knows Yuri's secret. Still, Monica may have a point. As I open my mouth to continue the conversation, the door slams open, announcing the arrival of Sayori and Natsuki.
Hi, Killin.
Don't forget about Monica.
Oh, and Monica too.
Welcome back to the club, you two. Where's Yuri? She's in the bathroom. Are you looking forward to discussing literature with her today? Something like that, I guess. Or in your case, it'd be more like discussing manga, huh? Hey, manga
Is literature.
Sorry, you just stole Natsuki's line.
Sorry.
This isn't a joke. I don't appreciate people making fun of manga, especially when they're people like you who wouldn't even consider what I'm saying about it. Idiots.
Buckity. Oh, that's it. Bucka. Classic Natsuki.
Hello, everyone. I apologize for my delay.
Whoa. Yuri suddenly materialized beside me. I wonder if that's a joke that her sprite just appeared on the screen.
It's fine, Yuri. You're not late. Now that everyone's here, we can get the meeting started. As per usual, we'll be having a little bit of free time first, followed by poetry discussions and general announcements. Okay, everyone, let's get busy.
We begin to split up into smaller groups with that, with Monica leading the way by gently shuffling Sayori off into a corner of the room. Is that some vice president time? It's just me, Yuri, and Natsuki left then. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Natsuki opening her mouth to speak before Yuri cuts in.
Killin, would you like to continue with our novel then?
Natsuki turns away, brow furrowed in frustration. Hold on. Natsuki, were you gonna say something?
Huh? No.
She was. And now she'd feel bad. Now she feels bad.
I'm not interested in whatever stuffy book you guys are reading.
She glances over at Yuri as she says this. I don't know how accurate my hunch is, but I have the feeling that Natsuki wants to talk to Yuri more. Come on, spit it out. What happened to our lunchtime bonding?
It's none of your business. I wasn't even gonna talk to you.
Sorry if this is presumptuous, but did you want to speak with me then?
Never mind.
The smaller girl quickly spins around to flee the scene. I know that Yuri wants to get on with the book that we're reading, but Natsuki seems pretty eager to talk to her. Should I just hang out with Yuri or encourage her to talk to Natsuki for a change? I'll have to admit, I'm a bit reluctant to give up quality time with my girlfriend. But then again, I could read with her another time too. Either way, I need to make a decision before Natsuki hides away with her manga again. Okay, well, let me save here. But obviously the right choice is to ask Yuri to hang out with Natsuki. So obviously and plus this makes us look good. The fact that we want Yuri to become better friends with people, that makes us look good. If we just said to hang out with Yuri, that would make us look selfish. Especially with the fact that we could always hang out with Yuri at any time since we're dating her. Knowing Natsuki, she's probably going to bottle this up and never talk about it again if we don't stop her. So for the sake of everyone's sanity, it's probably for the best if Yuri just talks to her now. Hey Yuri, I think you should actually follow up with Natsuki.
Do you not want to read today?
No. I just think that Natsuki really wants to talk to you.
You have a point there. To be honest, I am curious about it. Alright then, if it's fine with you, I'll go speak to her now.
Go for it. I'll just do some homework or something instead. Lord knows I need to work on procrastinating less. I wave Yuri off as I pull my workbooks out with a sigh. Guess I'll be pulling a Monica today. I just finished a particularly difficult math problem when Monica suddenly interrupts my concentration. Given my feelings on math, I can't say it's an unwelcome distraction though.
Okay, everyone, it's getting late, so let's hurry up and share our poetry.
As I put away my homework, I sense a presence that appears before me. It's Yuri. But just as I'm about to speak to her, Monica interrupts me.
Kellen, you remember to write a poem this time, right?
Monica says this with a bright smile on her face. However, I can't help but hear a threatening edge to her voice. Of course there's a threatening edge to her voice, because you forgot last time. Man, when did cute girls become so scary? Since 2017, when Doki Doki Literature Club came out on Steam. And itch.io, I think. That's when cute girls became scary. Actually, before that, cute girls can always be scary. That's the double-edged sword. Yeah, I did. I hope I did you proud with it.
Haha, we'll see.
I pull out my poem and turn to Yuri, offering up my handiwork. So, how'd it go with Natsuki? She pauses as she takes my poem, clearly mulling over her words. Finally, she starts speaking with a smile.
Well, I can't say it went smoothly the entire time. She was quite evasive and prickly when I first confronted her. Although there's no doubt that my awkwardness factored into it. This may surprise you, but I don't think I've ever approached Natsuki on my own before. So that didn't help matters either.
That's par for the course when it comes to Natsuki. And don't worry too much about being awkward. You come off as very well spoken in general.
Really? I wouldn't have thought so.
You're a very proper speaker, Yuri. Very much so. I mean, the occasional stutter from anxiety I get, but other than that, you're very well spoken. Really? Not to downplay your own insecurities, of course, but I do think that you overthink things a lot.
Ha! That might be an understatement. Anyway, after a bit, we began discussing topics such as our interests. To summarize, we just had a normal conversation. It was the kind of banal conversation that people have every day, but somehow it made me feel content.
You're making friends, that's why. Her eyes sparkle with life as she says this. That's understandable. After all, isn't a happy life usually made up with multiple small, satisfying moments, rather than a few large, joyous moments?
You're right. All these things happening would make me wonder why Natsuki and I fought so vehemently in the past.
Part of it was because of the differences in your poetry styles, right?
I suppose when two passionate, opposing opinions clash.
Absolute pandemonium ensues.
It's probably less outrageous than that.
Speaking of poetry, though, what do you think of my poem? I think Monica's giving me the evil eye, so do you want to start sharing?
With pleasure, Killin.
In any case, nice analysis today, Kellen.
Thanks. I've been learning from the best, so...
You know, if there's one thing I'm glad about when it comes to you and Yuri dating, is that it makes my job as president a lot easier if more people are enthusiastic about literature. And I'm pretty sure you became more enthusiastic about it after dating her.
Guilty as charged. I did it. Was me right or wrong? I did it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? So you're not just happy for us as your friends?
Haha, well, that goes without saying.
Thanks for the support, though. In the beginning, I wasn't really sure how it would go if two members of the club were dating.
No problem. To be honest, I had my own reservations about it before too. But it looks like everything's turned out alright, right?
Yep. Or at least I hope so.
Anyway, it looks like everyone's done by now too. So do you want to just reconvene with the others now?
Sure thing.
Okay, everyone. Hope you had good discussions today. It's actually really great practice for our Japanese classes, you know. And as you know, finals are coming up next month.
Natsuki and I instantly groan.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, they're still a whole month away. No need to bring them up now. Well, you gotta prepare though. I mean, it's best to prepare now than trying to cram a week or even worse, the day before. And then you're screwed.
But the early bird catches the worm, right?
But what's the worm in this case?
An A.
I guess it'd be good grades. Good grades, which will lead to you being able to get into a good university and thus find a well-paying, stable job.
Not in today's economy, Monica.
Which will then prevent you from having to die alone without a family nor a home.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Okay, if you don't like that idiom, then how about this one? An ounce of prevention prevents a pound of cure.
And I presume that pound of cure would be failing grades.
That's right. And we all know that what failing our exams will lead to. Let me guess, living under a bridge and dying alone.
Under the bridge downtown, where I juiced some blood. Under the bridge downtown, where I couldn't get enough. Under the bridge downtown, where I forgot my love. Under the bridge downtown, where I threw my life away and died alone. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough out here in these streets, man.
You got it.
Jeez, Monica. When did you become our mom? Plus, high school isn't even mandatory, you know. Plenty of people live normal lives without going to university, too. he's just trying to confront Monica. He's like, Monica, look, I would need you to turn down, okay? I understand where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from. But I'm running in this case, because you're being a little too over the top right now.
I know, I'm just exaggerating. Sorry, I think I'm projecting my stress on everyone.
Why does she look so pissed when she's saying this? She should look more apologetic, if anything, but she looks pissed, and that's throwing me off.
I definitely think that it's wrong to assume that the only path to career success is through higher education. All that does is oversaturate the job market with random degrees and bury young adults in tens of thousands of dollars in debt.
Wait, she said tens of thousands of dollars in debt, but they're supposed to be in Japan. So shouldn't she be saying tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of yen in debt? Like they're supposed to be in Japan. So it should be yen. But they're saying dollars, like they're American, or Canadian, or Australian.
And at the same time, these young adults often don't even know what they really want to pursue a career in.
Which is true. You see a lot of that. Hence, there are a lot of people who have worthless degrees and end up getting jobs that pay $4,000 a year, when they have $100,000 in student loan debt that they can never pay off, and then they're drowning in debt for the rest of their lives, asking if the government will bail them out. They probably won't, but they're hoping for it. And it just creates a snowball effect where thousands, if not millions of people actually, are up to their eyeballs in debt, hopelessly chained to it for the rest of their lives, with no way of getting away from it. And you can't even declare bankruptcy on it. It's a sad, sad time. So don't let that happen to you if you're out there. If you're gonna go to college, be smart about it. If you're not, come up with a good plan to create multiple streams of income to where you never have to rely on just one. And even if you do go to college, still do the same thing. That's what I'm trying to do.
some people might be better off in trade school or doing freelance work.
Pardon me if this is too forward, but there seems to be some cognitive dissonance at play here.
Cognitive dissonance? Oh, you mean when someone believes in two conflicting ideas? That's right, and Yuri's actually right, too. I don't think that people should be forced to go to college just to fulfill societal expectations. And yet, I feel that pressure, too.
That's because that's the main thing that's being pushed. If you want to succeed, you go to college. If you don't go to college, you're a bum and you're a failure and you're a disappointment to everybody. But you could go to college and still end up being a disappointment because you didn't get anything out of the degree you got. In today's society, if you don't get a degree in STEM, or if you don't get a degree that will allow you to become some sort of engineer or lawyer or a doctor of some kind, or even at least some sort of advanced level researcher or professor and stuff like that. Those are like the only few career paths now where a degree could be applicable. If you get another degree like English or communications or marketing or something like that, you then need to teach yourself other skills that could supplement what you've learned in college to help you be competitive in today's economy. Especially if you want to take you have an English degree. You want to take your English degree and go into freelance work. You could become a writer for somebody, or you could write your own stories and get your stories published and sell books. Like, you could become a copywriter and write for somebody else and get paid that way. If you're a marketer, you could learn how to do social media marketing, or you learn how to do email marketing or marketing on Facebook and Instagram. You could open your own marketing agency or do freelance marketing on the side. You know, there are a bunch of things you have to do if you have kind of degrees like that. You have to look for ways to supplement the knowledge you got with your degree based on everything going on in today's economy. Like, I know one thing I had to do, I had to teach myself a bunch of new skills that I never thought I would end up using, but here I am right now teaching myself how to edit videos, teaching myself how to record different ways, teach myself how to be a better content creator, teach myself how to mix audio, because I've never done that before, but to make better sounding videos, I have to be able to mix audio. I had to teach myself how to use different softwares so I can make better videos and make higher quality videos for you guys to enjoy. There's so many things that you end up having to teach yourself, because nowadays you basically have to teach yourself as well as going to school if you really want to get anywhere and be competitive. It's just a lot. It's just crazy, man, that you basically can't take anything for granted anymore. You really have to become more self-reliant and self-sufficient if you really want to make it out here. And I mean, I didn't mean for this to go as far as it did, but I don't know. It's just very deep. It's just very, deep stuff that everyone has to go through. It's also very relatable because no one's exempt for it, especially me. This is stuff I have to think about all the time. I have to constantly think about where I want to go with my life and where I want to take it. And I know for a fact one of the places I want to take it is being a content creator, because I actually enjoy this and I want to make a career out of this, really. In addition to other streams of income that I have on the side that I haven't spoken about yet. But if I could make a living making content for you guys, that would be awesome. But the only way I could do that is if you guys help me out and support my content. Otherwise, I won't be able to do this kind of thing anymore. Or at least not as often as I like to. Anyway, let's get back to the story. I didn't mean for this to go to another real talk. This is just going to be another real talk episode.
Of course, I also want to go to a good university so I could better myself. But there's always this pressure in the back of my mind. And I don't even know what my parents would do if I didn't go to university. So I guess all that stuff you said before about pressure and being busy was true, huh? Natsuki, did you think Monica was lying about all that? No, I just thought she was exaggerating. It's fine, Natsuki. Some of the stuff I said does sound far-fetched at times.
Man, we really have to take you out on a spa day sometime, Monica. Actually, everyone probably deserves a day of relaxation at this point. Especially Yuri.
A group spa day? My, Killin. Are you hoping for a spa with mixed baths?
Monica, don't tease us like that, Monica. Don't play with our emotions like that. Monica? What? No. Damn. No, I can't stop thinking about it. It's like this reminds me of that one scene from Persona 5 Strikers. If you know, you know. Besides, Yuri's the only girl for me. I mean, unless you practice polygyny, in which case, technically, all these girls could be for you. Come on, Yuri. Let's show them all. Let's show them all and go to a mixed bath by ourselves. This freaking guy. He can't stop putting his foot in his mouth. Yuri's completely red in the face now. I really got to remember not to make jokes like that around her.
Ugh, I'd rather you not show us that. Yeah, Qilin, don't be gross like that.
Sorry.
Okay, let's get back on topic before Qilin makes Yuri implode out of embarrassment.
Hey, Yuri's not that embarrassed. Are you, Yuri? No, she's pretty freaking embarrassed, bro. You put your foot in your mouth so hard, you could be walking on it right now.
Let's talk about exams.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Wow, so even Natsuki would rather talk about exams, huh?
Same here. Alright then. Now, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun a bit, but I was thinking, how about we hold a few study sessions together for exam prep?
Aren't you forgetting that finals aren't for another month?
They don't have to be held right now. We can get together when it's closer to final season, dumbass.
Personally, I believe that holding a study session together would be a good idea. Between the 5 of us, each subject should at least have one person who's proficient in its area. And that way, we could have those who excel in certain subjects help those who struggle more in those classes. Yeah, I think that making a study group is pretty smart. It helped motivate us more too, if we all support each other and cheer each other on.
Well, it does help. I remember doing a chemistry study group back when I was taking a bunch of chemistry classes, and I loved being able to help people who didn't know certain topics that I knew, because one, it helped me strengthen my foundation in those topics, and two, I'm glad I was able to help other people become better at it, because I have a way of helping people understanding things in a simple, easy to follow manner. So study groups can be cool. I appreciate them. I don't have any objections to it myself. And like Sayori said, it'll stop us from procrastinating.
You mean stop you from procrastinating?
Oh really, miss? I lost my workbook.
Meanie, that wasn't even procrastinating. That was just me being absent-minded.
Okay, but who's the one who rushed over to copy homework during lunch before?
Fine. It'll stop you and me from procrastinating. Happy?
This nigga's just throwing her under the bus and shit, bro. Like, dang, man. You can't let her have nothing. You're just gonna put Sayori's dirty laundry out there for everybody to see. Very.
Hey, this is all really cool and whatever, but I think you're forgetting one tiny detail. I'm not in the same year as you guys. There's really no point in inviting me to study group because I won't be able to help anyone with their work. But we can't leave you out. This is a club thing, and even if you can't help us study, you can still provide emotional support.
Yes, I really don't mind if you were with us. Rather, I think I'd actually like it if we could all study and talk together, even if we all study totally different subjects. And I suppose that Monica feels the same too.
We can't just go abandoning a fellow club member and friend like that.
Yeah. What do you say, Natsuki? You joining us?
Okay, fine. But only because you all dragged me along anyway.
Translation. She's happy that we all cared about her enough to invite her. The wide grin on her face betrays Natsuki's true thoughts. Funny how, by this point, we can all tell that she really means the opposite of what she says.
Yay! I knew you would say yes. Jeez, it's nothing to cheer about. I'm glad everyone's settled nicely now. Actually, I think that should be it for today, too. Thanks for the hard work today, guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Whew. I somehow feel exhausted already.
To be honest, same.
Hold on. I don't believe we ever planned on the actual dates for the study sessions.
Oh, we can do that tomorrow, Yuri.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Well, let's discuss it in a group chat so we can all write down what schedule best fits us.
We all make noises of affirmation as we pack up our things. Studying with the girls, huh? With any luck, Yuri and Monica's influence will somehow pull up my grades. Not to mention that, it'll be more fun studying with friends. Although, there will undoubtedly be some disagreements when it comes to studying literature. Oh well, it'll all be worth it in the end, right? Well, we can only hope, my friend. Right? Anyway, let's see what happens after this transition.
Ah, Blue Goo Lagoon, the stinky mud puddle.
You know that feeling when you wake up and actually feel refreshed? Or having a solid night's sleep? I do. It'd be funny if it's like, yeah, me neither. Woo! Yo, pick up that phone, bro. 'Cause I called it. As I check my phone's display, I'm once again reminded that Valentine's Day is slowly but surely creeping towards me. I wearily sink back into my pillow. Am I expecting to prepare some sort of gesture? Well, yeah, kinda. Like take her out to a meal or something? You know, I wonder if we're gonna get the good ending with Yuri on Valentine's Day. Oh man, it's tempting to close my eyes and go back to sleep. But we all know how that could end. You sleep through the whole day of school. Ignoring the cries of my body, I reluctantly swing my legs out of bed. At once I'm mercilessly attacked by the temperature difference outside of the covers. Oof. Drowsily making my way to the bathroom, I prepare to summon the energy to make it through the day. Well, that's one perk of winter air. It definitely wakes you up. Feeling a bit more alive, I start the familiar journey towards school. Hang on. Maybe I could wait for Sayori? I mean, it's not like I've been taking any time away from Yuri if I walk with Sayori, so there's no harm in it. Well, guess there's nothing to do except wait. Shivering slightly, I rub my arms with my hands. How was it warm enough to eat lunch outside yesterday? Weather be like that, bro. The weather around here makes no sense. Still no sign of Sayori. With a sigh, I pull out my phone and send her a text. Hey, yo, girl. Hey, Sayori. I know it's kind of random, but do you want to walk to school together today? And before she's like, actually, I'm already at school. No reply. No response. Weird. She's probably sleeping, or has her phone switched off. Either way, I don't have the time to check up on her. If I hang around any longer, I run the risk of being late myself. Making a mental note to talk to Sayori the next time I see her in person, I slip my phone back into my pocket and start walking to school.
Oh, Qilin. How nice of you to turn up. Woo! We turn up. In the Sakura's classroom. We get lit here, fam. Ooh, turn up. Ooh, 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 ooh. We were all waiting.
Worriedly, I glanced at the clock. Huh? But sir, I'm not late. He chuckles to himself.
Indeed you aren't. I'm just messing around with you, fam. No, giving you a hard time. It's just a prank, bro. Don't get too upset, fam. Sorry, I just felt like playing a little joke.
That's evil, sir. I don't even know, and I didn't even know teachers had a sense of humor. Wow. Shots. He feigns a wounded expression as the rest of the class laughs.
My. They warned me that being a teacher would be tough. I have you know that a sense of humor is a prerequisite to becoming a teacher.
And why is that, sir?
Well, teaching a bunch of surly teenagers for hours on end, you have to find a way to power through the day, and what better way than a joke?
Are we really that much of a chore to deal with?
Now, that would be telling. Anyway, today's lesson.
His face drops a little.
Today we're talking about the 1950s. Unfortunately, the 1930s, especially in Germany, aren't exactly humorous, so apologies in advance. Nothing like talking about the falling of the Weimar Empire, of the Weimar Republic, and the rise of a certain mustachioed German dictator turned fascist who reigned over Germany for an extended period of over half a decade, caused the deaths of millions of people, and in the end took his own life like a little bitch. Excuse me.
Thankfully, the lesson passed by relatively quickly. It's crazy to think that the world used to be what the world used to be like. A world of totalitarian regime, founded on fear and maintained through blind obedience. To think that the status quo was so widely accepted. And what evil lurks in the hearts of ordinary people.
Qilin.
With a start, I realized that Sakurai is standing in front of me, looking rather expectant. Oh, sorry, sir. I was a bit, lost in thought, but not all alone.
Thinking about the lesson, huh?
There's a dry sarcasm in his voice. Yeah, actually.
Really? Now that's not something I hear every day. Usually, the kids like to talk about their dank memes and such. Anyway, I've been meaning to ask you about what you want to do after you finish school. It might seem a little early now, but believe me, graduation will sneak up on you before you can say history is the best subject.
It's funny that you mention that, because I actually have given it some thought.
Oh?
Yeah, I decided I want to go to university.
Ah, a very respectable choice. I trust you'll opt for a history degree.
A little biased, aren't we, Sakurai? Maybe. Something analytical for sure. I'm pondering my options at the moment. Japanese or history, yeah. Japanese because a certain busty, purple-haired, horror-loving girl is interested in that. I wonder if that's why it's into Japanese. Anything to do with literary analysis. He nods approvingly.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but what spurred this on? It wouldn't be a certain purple-haired girl you've been talking to a lot recently, is it? I always thought that you enjoyed history, but never thought you actually wanted to take it up at university.
Well, I guess I've just broadened my horizons a bit, you know? My horizons are 5'4", with long purple hair, and big purple eyes. Very proportional. And my horizons also love knives. There's a mischievous twinkle in his eyes.
And what ignited this sudden passion, I wonder? There's a student I teach who has also quite the flair for literature. She's rather quiet, but whenever she answers a question and hands in her homework, it's clear that she's very intelligent. I don't suppose such a description rings a bell with you, does it?
It's funny because it's true.
Sakura, fam, am I on the mark? Something's telling me that there's more here than meets the eye. Clearly, you wouldn't be interested in something like this on your own. I think there's something at play here, something of the female persuasion. Isn't that right, fam?
Yo, it's man, this is so funny because I remember I told my parents because they were watching something on Discovery Plus. I was like, oh yeah, I have a Discovery Plus subscription because a friend of mine recommended the show I should check out, and then my parents were like, I bet you that friend was a girl, right? I think my mom said that. I bet you that friend is a girl. And my stepdad was like, yeah, totally. And I was like, wow. I mean, they're not wrong though, but wow. His smirk is one half innocent, one half knowing. You're talking about Yuri, aren't you? We're, dating.
Aha! That explains a lot. I can see that she's rubbed off on you.
And that's the second person to remind me of this. Got him! Looks like it really is true. Yuri has rubbed off on me. Well, she's rubbed off on you in one way, but we're hoping she rubs off on you in another way real soon. Am I right or am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Anyway, it's good to see that you've got a plan. A lot of students have no clue, even in their third year.
Oh, that's true. A lot of people don't have a plan. Even when they go to college, they don't have a plan. And even then, you can change your plan while you're in college. It's just such a flexible thing. And it's also really crazy to me that people will put this much pressure on young adults to say you have this point in time in your life where you may barely even know yourself completely, but you have to choose a path for you to go down for the rest of your life. And good luck. And it's just like, I barely even know myself. I could barely even dress myself and feed myself every day. And I'm supposed to come with a decision that's going to affect the rest of my life? How is that fair to me? The answer is it's not fair to you. But you gotta figure it out one way or another. Because who else is going to do it for us?
You have to work hard, though. The exams that you take in order to progress to university are pretty intense. Don't worry, though. You have plenty of time to prepare. And I'm sure that with Yuri by your side, you'll be just fine.
Well, that's reassuring to hear. It's only recently that I really began giving serious thought to my future, so it helps to have as much information as I can.
Indeed, preparation is the key to success after all. Does Yuri have similar post-school plans?
Uh-huh. He smiles.
I figured. Well, that's all I want to ask you. You clearly know what you want to do, so there's not much else for us to talk about. If you need any help or guidance on the university admissions process, don't hesitate to ask me.
Noted, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, Killin. Now, I believe it's lunchtime, so if you excuse me, I'm about to get some food in my tummy, fam. Ooh, ooh, about to get lit on the floor. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm sorry.
With a nod, he leaves the room. I wander after him, making a beeline for Yuri's homeroom. Yuri, baby, I'm coming for you, honey. Once again, I happen to catch her as she's leaving, and I think we've gone on long enough. We'll end this episode here. You know, it's amazing the direction that this mod is taken. You know, like at first I thought it was gonna be like they're just like, I don't know. I think maybe more fun with Yuri. We get to like help her overcome her shyness, and yeah, we'll deal with the cutting stuff, but it would get emotional, that aspect, and we would deal with that. But I never thought I'd be sitting here talking about like helping people overcome their trauma. I never thought I'd talk about like being in university and like creating streams of income for yourself to be self-reliant, and how the idea of like people going into like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and all this stuff. I never thought I would be taken in this direction by this mod. And I guess that's one of the beautiful things of playing different stories and being able to share them on YouTube like this, because being able to experience these things and share your thoughts with a family, with you guys, you know, it's really cool that we all get to share this experience together, because I consider you guys like my own little family. You know, it's a little community that we're building, one person at a time, and the bigger we grow this family, the better. I want more people to come. I want more people to enjoy themselves and share their ideas, because this stuff is great. I'm having fun. And I want more people to have fun along with me and with everyone else. So if you guys want this community to grow, then help me out. Do your part. Like the video, subscribe, and share this with a friend who you think will get something out of my content. But that's enough of me for now. It's been real. It's been fun. It's your boy JQilin. Ciao for now.